Hi, friends. I'm Jennet Ingle, the Happiest Musician. And if you're watching this on YouTube, would you go ahead and click subscribe for me? And that way you always know when I drop a new episode. And it's easier for other people to find my channel and to become happier musicians themselves. I hope that you have been enjoying the fact that I'm sharing some of these on YouTube now. Whether you are listening to this in audio or whether you are watching this on YouTube, please enjoy. Please comment. Please share. Please like what is going on, if you like what is going on, because it helps the show so much. And because I want to see more musicians taking more agency in their own careers and moving forward. So to that end, I ran a planning workshop over this past holiday season. And, if you're watching this now, I'm going to presume that you are not among the 18 or 20 people that actually showed up for it, but rather you are a person who did not attend that workshop. And there are no replays going out, but I do have a little snippet of the middle of it to share with you. I find so often when I'm talking with clients, when I'm talking with family members even, and I mentioned this during the workshop, that it is hard for people to name and claim what they want, what they want to do, what they want their career to look like, what they want to accomplish, how they want other people to behave around them. Now, you know that you don't get to control how other people behave actually, but even just being able to name your own desire is a powerful thing to do. And that's what this snippet is about. I hope you enjoy it. I guess a thing to note at this point, I had suggested that already you begin to lightly sort these into yeses and nos, things that really made you feel good, things that really did not make you feel that great. And at this point, let's think forward. Let's look at 2025 and let's go ahead and make a yes list and a no list. What are some things that you want to happen in 2025? And what are some things that you do not want or don't want to do anymore? This one, it feels particularly resonant to me. And I know it seems like an obvious idea, right? What do you want? What do you not want? I just came back from Christmas with my mother-in-law down in Tennessee, and the discomfort that I felt the whole time was entirely around people within a group family situation not being able or willing to just say what they actually want. We spent an entire 5 days sort of dancing around. What do you want to do? You want to go to a movie? You want to go to do a thing? Oh, whatever you want to do. No, whatever you want to do. Do you want to eat now? Do you want to eat later? Do you want to go out? Oh, whatever you think. What would you like to do? And I could chalk this up to just one old lady and her, way of being. But I see this all the time with clients too. We can be in a conversation, something can be happening in their life. And I'm like, well, how would you like this to go? How do you want this to happen? What do you want to happen here? And it's surprisingly difficult sometimes for people to just name the thing that they want. I don't know if it's because it reads as selfish. I don't know if it's because it just feels uncomfortable or vulnerable to name a want. And I will not ask us to go around and share at this point. So feel free between you and your own journal page to make some demands of the universe. It's not selfish to want something. It might be selfish to take it at the expense of other people, but I don't think that's what we're talking about here at this point. If everything is ideal, what do you want? How would you like it to go? Let's just make a little yes list and no list. Things that I want, things that I do not want to happen. Maybe that could be, and look, I'm talking, but you're writing. You understand how this works. I can't stop talking. This might be, I want a big commission from a big orchestra. This might be, I want to have an opportunity to sub in an orchestra that I have never played in before. This might be, I want to give a recital and have 300 people in the audience and have them leap to their feet at the end. This might be, I don't want to have to struggle with the morning, like, get dressed, get your shoes on, get out the door nonsense with my kid anymore. I want that problem solved. I don't want to have to travel out of state for work. I don't want to feel unprepared sitting in my rehearsals. I don't want to, like, whatever it is. I don't want to volunteer on boards for indefinite periods of time, is one that is on my no list. I don't want to go directly from traveling into a long day of client calls. These are things that you could write down. And it is okay to write down those wants, even if they feel a little impractical, because our very next exercise, once I see like some eyes, because people seem to be still writing, as you're continuing to work on this, like, I want, I don't want list, you may be noticing that some objections are coming up in your head. Like, but I can't, I would like more time flexibility. I would like to spend more time focusing on performing at a high level and talking and writing about the piano. But I don't think I can do that because. Could we take like the next section of your paper to get curious about what are these objections? What are these things that are coming up for you? What are these obstacles that prevent you from being able to do it the way you want? And it is not selfish to want. What are these things that are getting in the way? And let's get curious. So there's a lot of other stuff happening around that in the periphery that isn't as satisfying, but takes lots of time. Is it okay that I just keep talking, or do you want me to shut up while you journal for a moment? So, like, keep your pencils moving. But here's what I'm thinking. There are a lot of things in a musician's life, and in the life of, I presume, everybody, although I can only talk confidently about a musician's life, that are not in our control, right? If you want better gigs, you still have to wait to be hired for those gigs, or you have to audition for them and you have to like beat the competition, or something like that. If you want to do fewer holiday pops concerts, but the money is coming in from the holiday pops concerts, it can feel like you don't have a choice. You have to take this work when it is offered. But I would suggest to you that within the realm of a portfolio career, and even if you have a full-time job within or outside of music that is taking care of the money part, I would suggest that you have a portfolio career if there are multiple things in your life that you do and want to do at a high level. And when I talk about a portfolio career, which I do at great length in my book, The Happiest Musician, I'm talking about being able to manage for yourself how the money shows up, how you use your time, and where your artistic fulfillment and your creativity and your joy comes from. And those three things do not have to be all the same. They can be, right? I assumed when I was in my 20s that if only I could get that full-time orchestra job in one of the big 5 orchestras and it would be paying me 6 figures, then I would have everything I wanted, because I would be playing the oboe full-time at a high level, and I would be making my money all from that place. And it turns out, knowing what I know now, that even if I had that job, that 6-figure principal oboe job in a major big 5 orchestra, they would probably not be paying me to build communities of adult oboists, which I take tremendous joy from. They probably would not be paying me to write and speak and give recitals, right? Like, the the things that I find joy in and that I find artistic fulfillment in are things that even that giant orchestra job that I had dreamed that I was going to have would not be offering me, that I would still have to make for myself, even within that. And so, what I actually have is, ways to make money, ways to be joyful and fulfilled, ways to manage my time. And no one employer is telling me exactly where and how to do that. And that I hope that we can all relate to that as an idea. Like, maybe it is not the case that your instrument and your artistry are taking care of every bit of the money for you. Maybe there's money coming in from some other source that you're also in charge of. And that's fine. Maybe you're. So, what's my point here? My point is, let's look at the obstacles that you perceive to having the things you want and not having to do the things you don't want. And get curious about them. Is this really an obstacle? What would happen if I just stopped doing this? What would happen if I fired this one student that drags my energy down every week and instead had a half an hour of free time? Instead, opened up space for a new student who might delight me more. Instead, gave me room to talk and write and perform at a high level. What are some things that could be moved around within your portfolio to eliminate or change the obstacles that you see? Does this make sense as a section of your paper to work with? And this is also a place where, if you are sitting here going, okay, but Jennet, you don't understand this thing that I see, which is a real obstacle. This could be a time to share that, and we could talk about it while other people are continuing to work on their work.